guys, so today I'm going to talk about a few new beauty additions that I've sort of acquired over the last couple of weeks or so. I've been quite restrained with my spending this month, so hence no big haul video, no trips to Parma for me, but I have bought a few new beauty bits that I think you'd kind of like to see, so here we go. Makeup wise, I've got some things from Bourjois here that have come out quite recently. I think Bourjois at the moment are kind of on fire with new releases. They just seem to be bringing out things that really excite me. I've got the bronzing primer here, which a few people have talked about already on blogs and things, and I think it's going to be quite a big product for spring, summer, and it's actually supposed to be used underneath makeup, but I did use it like that and I found, because I'm quite fair, it just did nothing but make me look a bit orange. But I absolutely love this as an actual bronzer, so a cream bronzer. It's very similar to the Chanel Teint de Soleil. That's a little bit more hard and creamy, whereas this is more moussey, but it just buffs in to give you this most amazing sort of natural bronze look, completely seamless. So the second product I bought from Bourjois was their cream blush, and these again are also a new product that they've just brought out. There are 4 shades and I literally had to stop myself buying every single one. They're about £8, so I couldn't justify buying all of them, although I'll probably be going back for more. I got one shade though. This is the colour number 1, Nude Velvet, and it's just the most perfect pinky, peachy, light kind of spring colour. It's amazing, and the texture of these are lovely too. They're sort of cream to powders, but not in a way that they look too cakey on the skin. They're very light and they blend in really easily, so I'm absolutely in love with these at the moment. I've definitely been bitten by the Essie bug again this month. After being in love with the Berry jelly polishes for such a long time, I did find myself perusing the Essie stands for quite a while, and I actually picked up 3 colours from them. The first is from their current spring collection and it's called Maximillian Strasse. It's not my usual sort of colour that I tend to pick up. It's almost like a grey, and it's just got a slight hint of green in it, nothing like too minty or too bright. It's just a really light undertone that you can barely see, but I think similar to a nude colour, this on the nails is just going to make them look really polished and really sort of elegant, quite chic, so I thought it would be quite a nice colour to wear. So the other 2 are quite different colours for me. I'm not really a fan of pinks and reds on the nails, but I thought they'd be lovely spring colours as well, so I picked them up. And the first one is Cute as a Button, and it's just a really lovely pink colour. I don't really have any pinks in my collection of nail polishes, but I thought this would be a good place to start. It's just almost like a corally pink, but a really bright, quite fun colour. And I got Fifth Avenue, which is just the reddest of reds. I think it's quite orangey undertone, which I do prefer in reds rather than like a bluey or pinky undertone. But it reminded me of my favourite lipstick, which is the MAC Lady Danger, so I thought those 2 would be a good little combination together. So my last little makeup purchase was from Bobbi, and I don't really own a great deal of their products, but I've always wanted to try the creamy concealer, and it's the kind of product that I've sort of walked past and swatched so many times but never just taken the plunge. But I went for it, I thought I need a new concealer, so I'm going to get this one. And I'm really surprised by the colour actually. I'm Cool Sand, which looks quite orangey in the pan, but the woman matched me up to it and she was saying this is the best colour for you need this one, and actually it's the perfect match for my skin. It's amazing because I can use this under the eyes and around my face, and it just seems to work for both areas, which I'm always a fan of, kind of multitasking concealers rather than having to use 2. The reason I wanted to get this was because of the setting powder it came with as well, because I do find my concealer can crease sometimes under my eyes, but I just think this is a lovely, good coverage, not too heavy concealer, which is quite moisturising, but you know, stays really well if you use them both together. So while I was being colour matched for the concealer, the makeup artist actually said I had quite dry eyes, so that might have been why my concealer was looking quite cakey to begin with. And I was kind of shocked by that because I do try to use eye cream every single day and night, but she said that I might just need something that's a little bit richer, so I was kind of made to buy this eye cream as well, which I'm kind of a sucker for being sold products while I'm just sat down with consultants. But I'm glad I did buy it. It's a really lovely, sort of really simple, no frills eye cream. It's just really moisturising, and I have noticed that my eyes are a lot better. The concealer sits much better on there now, and they just look a lot more moisturised. So yeah, that's another product that I got from Bobbi, and I'm quite happy with it so far. I need to give it a little bit more time to really see if it's made a lot of difference, but so far so good. So in my last video I asked everyone for kind of recommendations of a good SPF, and a few people said to go to Kiehls, so I got the Ultralight Daily UVA Defense SPF 50. This has also got UVA protection in it, and I always like to go for a factor 50 if I can do, just to protect my skin. And I wear this whether it's raining or snowing or sunny outside. I think the skin is so delicate, it's always being kind of damaged by the sun no matter what weather you're in. And this is really lovely because unlike most really high SPFs, it's not thick and it's not really greasy, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, it just sits there perfectly, you don't even notice it. So sometimes I use this just as my moisturiser, or sometimes I'll put it on as the last thing in my regime. Obviously there are no massive instant effects with this, but I think it works really well for what it is. I actually wore this on the last bank holiday Monday, and I was out in the sun for a good 5 or 6 hours, and my whole body ended up getting burnt, but my face just stayed absolutely fine, so this really did protect it. I actually ordered that online from Kiehls, and I love ordering from them because you always get to pick some samples to try as well. And I got the Midnight Recovery Concentrate, so it's only a tiny little 2ml size, although you do get quite a lot in there. But I've wanted to try this for such a long time. It's probably quite a similar product to the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair in the way that it works overnight and it's just a lightweight serum. But yeah, I'm really excited to try that out, so I thought I'd just throw that in there. So I was at Clarins counter recently stocking up on eye makeup remover. Their instant eye makeup remover is my absolute favourite one, but that's nothing new, I've talked about that so many times. But they had an offer on in the store, which was actually a Boots, and you got £10 of Boots points when you bought 2 skincare products. So I saw this and sort of bought it on a bit of a whim. It's the Gentle Exfoliating Brightening Toner, and I have seen a few people talk about this. Lily Melrose did a post on her beauty blog about this, and it kind of really intrigued me because I'm not too into sort of the glycolic products, so like Alpha H Liquid Gold, it didn't really work for me, but this seems to be kind of like a much gentler version of that, so you can use it daily just as a regular toner before your moisturiser, and it just helps to really exfoliate the skin without the use of like a grainy sort of abrasive product. I haven't really used this for long enough to get a real impression of it, but so far my skin has felt really soft and my makeup's gone a lot better. I've actually noticed some of the pores around my cheeks where I get quite large pores have sort of shrunk down a bit, so that's always a good thing. The last skincare edition that I've bought quite recently is from La Roche-Posay, and a couple of months ago I probably would have turned my nose up at this sort of thing. I would have thought it was completely unnecessary, and it's the Spring Thermal Water, which is literally just purified water in a can that you can spray. And I was actually watching a video from Into the Gloss with the facialist Isabel Bellis, and she was doing a video on how to clean your face properly, which seems like something you would just know, something that you wouldn't need to sort of learn about, but the way she went through how she uses products and the way you kind of the motions you use on the skin, it was just really interesting. So I'll link it below if you want to go and watch that. But she actually uses this before and after she cleanses the skin, so spraying it on first to kind of like soften the skin and getting it ready for cleansing, and then last of all to kind of purify the skin, so to cancel out anything from regular tap water. And I thought it was just a really intriguing process, so I thought I'd give it a go. It's about £8, so it's quite a lot to pay for water in a can, but so far I've been getting on with it really well, and it does make a difference to your skin. It feels a lot more softened and purified as well, and cleansers just work better, I find. So yeah, not quite an unnecessary purchase, but still something kind of extravagant for what it is. So my last purchase is actually a fragrance, and it's Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder, and they bring this out every single year in a different edition, different bottle, and it's just for a limited time only. And every year I have actually smelt it and thought, no, this isn't for me, I don't like it at all. But for some reason, I don't know if my preference has changed in fragrance or my nose is different, but I just smelt it this year and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's just like holidays in a bottle. It smells like coconut and like vanilla-y and just really deep and musky, just the perfect summer fragrance, and I've worn it every single day since I got it. It's just, I'm addicted to it now. I think it's just the perfect spring summer fragrance. So those are all the products that I've sort of acquired over the last couple of weeks. Thanks for watching that, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon.